Natalie, a fantastic lifter when she's 100.
Yeah, and even when she's not, a tough component to beat.
You definitely cannot count her out. She's got the heart of a lion, 147 and a half, and here she comes. World's veteran, Sheffield veteran.
Been a little while since we've seen her compete, so looking forward to seeing, you know, how she does today. Hopefully looking at a healthy Natalie Richards.
Yep, no problem.
Oh, that looks easy. She smiles. I think she knows she's on for a pretty good day now.
You know what? That smile was your indication. Where is Natalie at? At least, Mariah wants to keep this close. And if Natalie starts falling back, she's got an opportunity.
But based off that big smile after Natalie's verse, she seems to feel good today.
The ladies are toe-to-toe here. 157 and a half for Natalie Richards. Former world champion, wants to get back onto Team USA. Depth looks good.
Wow, very quick end to that squat. A little bit of a sticking point in the middle.
I was gonna say it was a little more work.
Well, you know, we know that Natalie has squat 186.5 before, dealing with injuries the last year, but, you know, she's got a huge...
Yeah, it's interesting if we're well below that.
Yeah, well, to be expected as well. Number match each other exactly the whole way through squats.
Michelle Lynn, Mariah Bolden, neck and neck. Natalie Richards looking to pace ahead. I'm talking about the handling and temp selection. Stephen Novi's been working with Natalie Richards for a long time. I'm assuming they're going to put the right number on the bar here. Oh, and it's there.
That is great.
Natalie refusing to be denied. 165 it is, 3 white lights. It's beneath her personal best, but it might be enough on the day.
Yeah, it's segmented, but it kept going.
Look at, she's coming into this competition. Clinch that gold. Michelle can keep Mariah honest come the deadlifts in the final pull.
Like we said, it'd be interesting to see where Natalie's pull is at the moment, because usually that is really what separates her as well as her squat.
And here's Natalie now, 102.5 for her opening bench. And although the injuries have plagued her squat and her deadlift, her bench prep has been on point. Ironically, it's going to be her saving grace today.
Yeah,
easy work.
I want to have a look at that again on the replay if possible, because quite unexpected based on how her second moved. We'll have to wait and see what they do for the third. Like I said, that was 2.5 below her personal best.
Natalie Richards, 110 kilos for her second attempt. Coming in, she had injuries, really focused on the bench press. Honestly, the only lift that she could really apply a lot of pressure and focus on. And it looks like it might have reaped some benefits. Let's see how 110 moves. Wow.
Yeah, and as you said, the injury did not plague her bench. That has been moving really well, and you can tell by the way her now old.
Misgroove and misgrooves are real. People say it's an excuse. It happens on bench press, believe me.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was well worth retaking instead of taking the risk of maybe going up to 107 there.
112.5, Natalie Richards on a relatively tough day has an opportunity to hit a personal best here at the U.S. National Championships.
Like you said, we don't know where her deadlift is, so the bench really building some ground for her.
It's been loyal. Wow, you know what? She might have had more.
I think she absolutely did have more, but perhaps knowing that her deadlift may be a little bit down, wanting to guarantee those kilos, but bodes 3 white lights, a good lift, and that leaves Brandy just 15 kilos below her best ever total, even after missing a couple squats, so really strong it seems.
Now I'm very interested in seeing how 185 moves for Natalie Richards.
course, with a PR of 2:25. She's been sidelined by injuries for the last year. Excited to see her back on the platform, see what she can manage today.
Natalie is a phenomenal talent in a talent-laden 57 kilo class. Ooh, wow, okay. That was surprisingly quick. And she looks very happy.
Yeah, just like her last, after her first squat. She
Natalie Richards locked in 195. 185 moved well.
She is your current leader in the 57 kilo class.
And she's done what she's needed, really. She's created a gap that is just too hard for the rest to fill.
Yeah, by the deadlifts, she wanted to convince the other 57s, you're fighting for silver, not for gold. This is my position. Yeah, this is well and above the rest of the pack at this point.
And
She
it's
looked
great to see her back on the platform, competing and, you know, enjoying down between Heather and Tiff in a few weeks' time.
Natalie Richards, 205.
Finish off the women's prime time. 10-kilo jump for Natalie. Even well below her best total. Still by far the best athlete on the day. She is just a talent like that.
Smooth, easy 205 for Natalie Richards. And you gotta think, if she was injured, she's now pacing herself perfectly for a phenomenal Worlds experience. And she'll need it. The 57 kilo class, very competitive internationally.